In the last video I fought the last war. I needed to complete the Baltic Crusader achievement with the Livonian Order. I'm in complete control now over the Russian region. The only holdout is Novgorod, whom I'm integrating currently. They will be fully integrated by 1595. I have a number of provinces I'm coring at which I've recently taken off Lithuania. I need to religiously convert those provinces, and that then should complete the Baltic Crusader achievement finally. We should be able to do that just before the start of the 17th century as well, so I'm not sure how that rates as a time to do it with him, but not too bad I think. After that we're going to be changing our focus. We won't have to focus on the Russian region so much. I'll be continuing to colonize, of course, in the New World and conquering the Native Americans there. I really want to try and conquer the English, so hopefully using Scotland, my vassal, to do that. I'm going to need to break up the Ottomans' allies in the east if I'm going to conquer more territory out there, and also towards Iran and the Indian Ocean as well. Perhaps even trying to bag some colonies in this part of the world if we can get down there quick enough. So there's a huge amount of areas I can expand. I can finally take out Sweden, and of course I'll conquer more territory into Europe as well. As long as I keep on playing this Let's Play for anyway, that's what my aims will be. We are 90 odd videos now into this Let's Play, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to be continuing, but we'll see, I guess. I can of course even become Kurland, but I'll discuss more about that in a future video. I also want to actually convert to Protestantism to actually show how that works. That was an original aim of this Let's Play, to show that feature. It was a new feature at the time, but not so much more now, a couple of months later or so. Right, so I need to get started. I've got a few things written down that I need to do, so I've got to buy a conquistador first of all. My army tradition is going to go up anytime soon, so I guess I should get one now. Spend some military points. Okay, I believe I'm still going to need one of these, and he's absolutely dreadful, sadly, because of my army tradition. I could be making a ton of forts now to raise that. Problem is I'd have to upgrade them to bastion level, and that would cost me an absolute fortune, so yeah, I'm not so sure it's a good idea. I've got a diplomat spear. What else have I got on this list? Autonomy. I need to actually increase that in the provinces I've just taken, otherwise I'm going to get rebellion issues. Let's start here. That went down a lot then. I think this is probably incorrect because I just loaded into the game, that's probably why. So that's 2. Yeah, there's a province I just took. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I believe I only took 7 provinces. Okay, so that's done, so I shouldn't get any rebellion issues there. I do not want Orthodox rebels, for example, causing zeal in this area just before I get that achievement, because I delay it by 30 years. I've got Diplomat Spear. I want to start a war against the Native Americans again. I can probably do that now. So what I'm going to do is get this army over here. Where'd it go on to? You know, I think I'll cancel. I'll actually bring them back up north. There's a war up there I want to start. So let's get that guy on there. Let's stick them on the boats. Get the boats up to Manhattan. I'm going to start a war against Yabanaki. I believe all this territory is now caught up, so that shouldn't cause me any issues. Once all of that territory there is caught up, it will speed this up a tiny bit. It'll probably take another year off it, hopefully. Right, let's raise the time. Probably want to get some more units as well before my manpower hits its cap. So I think I got 3 regiments in Europe, basically of 22. I think I'll take it up to 24 and then see where we're at. So I'm probably going to hire about 6,000 odd infantry, I think. I'd like to have a bit more infantry than cannons. A lot of people fill up the background completely, but infantry dies pretty quickly, so yeah, I tend to have a tiny bit more infantry than cannons. Not sure it's the right thing or not, but that's what I tend to do. So let's get some Mauritian infantry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That'll do. Right, let's finally run this clock then. Okay, Bohemia. Right, a few rivals. That reminds me. Let's check our rival situation. Yeah, there's nothing good there. Right, I've got a diplomat spear. I probably should be making more claims. I think I'm going to improve relations at hand as a cap them out, keep them on side. I think they're still worthwhile having. I will want to conquer them eventually, but I'll have to wait a bit for that. Got a bit of money. I'm probably going to hold on to that now. There's nowhere I can massively want to upgrade in terms of buildings yet until I've got universities, and I imagine. So what's going on here? Troops to get him back. Okay, hopefully we've got enough supply here. No, we haven't. Right, that was a mistake. So 8 cannons, 8 cav. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we've got a couple of mercs. 4 colonies on the go, but only 2 colonists. Not sure about what ideas are going to take next. I'm thinking either expansion or quantity, maybe. Probably both of those will be the next 2, or maybe a diplomat I could do with. If I ever become Kurlander, that's a way I can get an extra diplomat. Workshop in Jamtland is complete. Okay, that's basically done. Right. Once this Baltic Crusader achievement finally triggers, Jamtland might be important, but I'll talk more about that in a bit. So Vitebsk. Right, let's get these cannons out. 4. There, 20. Okay, what's my force limit like? To 94. The League Wars finished as well in the last video. Another big event. So there's probably a few nations that maybe I should be considering going after, but I can't really until I've hit this Baltic Crusader achievement. Pretty weak at the moment. Some nations probably are. Yeah, Ottomans are completely out of manpower. Don't have any claims against them though, so I can't really take advantage of that. The English are weak though, so this coming up, landing some troops in Scotland, getting their cores back is going to be a pretty good idea, I think. To be honest, Scotland doesn't have many cores, but maybe I can give them other territories as well. Now, when I become Protestant, I'm going to be colonising over here probably as well into Caribbean region. Wouldn't mind taking these colonies, but yeah, we'll figure it out later. Okay, let's get an agent. Where are rebellions going on? Swedish separatists, right, so I'll move that stack up to Stockholm in a minute. Reach Livland. Right, do it now in fact. So let's get a leader on here. Let's get Jörg Bruggen over there. Stockholm. Okay. Something which I've been making a minor mistake on is that I've gone over 100 prestige quite a few times. I could have used that actually on my vassals to lower down their liberty desire. None of them is particularly high, but yeah, I could have lowered that. Truce expired. Just before doing a peace deal, basically. Grain in Caddo. Okay. Kiev. I've no idea what the English Navy is like. It's probably 55 ships, yeah. So I'd have to transport a ton of troops over here first before declaring war on them. You know, I can probably do that pretty soon, can't I? How many transports do I have in Europe? 16. If I build another 8. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do that. Let's get a 24 stack of transports to take over a 24 stack of regiments. So my 8 shipyards are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what they currently are. Maybe moving them later on now. Right, so that's, yeah, that'll take us to 24. I can take them back and forward a couple of times, invade there, get territory back for my vassal rather than myself. Who are they allied to? They allied to Portugal? Poland? Portugal might be an issue there. I don't think they have a big army, but they have another big fleet. Allied to Spain. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I think I might do that war after I've got this Crusader achievement. Just make sure of it. Don't want to do anything to jeopardize that currently. So how are we looking on... Right, Bergslager just converted Agda. Now I'm a tiny bit worried about this converting something in Russian region, but it's highly unlikely, although that's the furthest east it seems to be converted in a moment. Yeah, it's the one near. Colonialism? Casus Belli? Where's that? It's that, is it? Okay. This is something as well I should show you. This colony here isn't actually mine. This is my colonial nation's colony. They've actually started one, which is very rare you get to see this, and my experience of playing the game so far must be newer patches have made it more likely that a colonial nation actually colonizes, which is fantastic. So in effect I've got 5 on the go at the moment. Maybe you have to get them to well, I think it's a mixture between how rich the colonial nation is, whether they colonize or not, so maybe you shouldn't take tariffs because of that, at least early on, and also probably need at least 10 provinces, I imagine. That's the only colonial nation which is colonizing is that one, with the extra merchant, so far. Okay. That's fine by there. Naval supplies, and that's a new one. Signict. Okay. So it's coring up 40%. I'm probably going to attack Matsovia after these are caught up. Not sure how much I'll take of it. Definitely that province because I have a claim on it. I might take that as well, so Danzig can't attack. Take any. Maybe even take a lot. Netherlands have inherited Friesland, so they're getting larger. Looks like they're surviving after all, after having problems with the English. Okay. What's that to Ozil? Right, they actually got there a while ago, did they? Right, how much have I got on my hands? Relations to do, plus 11. I'll let that complete and then I'll start a war against the Abenaki. There's no rush really. So I'll get my relations up. Okay, reaching Ozil. Navy arrives in Ozil. Spymaster died, sadly. I actually want him back now as well, in a minute. Diplo rep guy's done. I'm not sure when I want to integrate Gazikmuk or Scotland either. I'm going to have to think about that. I'm going to have to improve relations to them. I can't really for 10 years after a Novgorod's integrated, I think. Okay, stay there. I've got to keep an eye on military points. So there isn't really anywhere that I want to military develop currently. I've military developed all of my Latvian provinces. I've capped them all out, all the ones I want to military develop at least. And I'm basically waiting on getting the last religious idea so I can lower the culture conversion cost by 25%. If I show you that there, I need 420 admin to do that. So what I think I'm going to do is actually start to military develop this very expensive province. Eventually this will be mainly production and a bit of military development. I would have preferred to have waited for a university here, but I really don't have a very good option where to spend my points. So 100 points there, and I'll get the religious finisher very soon, and probably not develop this until I've got a university then. Right, we've capped that hand, so that means I can now start this war against Abenaki. I guess I'll put maintenance on for a tiny bit. Okay. That Circassian province just called up. Now I can actually convert that, but I'm going to wait because I want to do the Lithuanian provinces first, I think. Okay. Right, the plant's back. Now, I don't believe the Abenaki are actually allied to anyone last time I checked. So, right, that's conquistadors over there. Yeah, we still got that. Brilliant. Let's wait until the end of the month just to get the morale tick up. Okay. All of my colonial nations are going to be Catholic now. I'm not sure there's a way to turn them to Protestant. When I become Protestant, hopefully they switch on their own, but I don't know if that's the case of things or not, to be honest. Guess we'll find out. So yeah, let's declare war here. Show superiority, don't need any help. Trust is -61, not good still. Declare war. Now this will go over to North America, so we won't have any problems. Trispadmet Colonias that's about to run out at any point, so I gotta keep an eye on that. Don't want my reputation going down particularly. We'll get on the 1st of September. I have to just wait a day, make sure of morale. Now my diplomat's gonna take ages to get back. All of those are caught up, so that now means I should be able to religiously convert all of these and all 10 on 10 months. Now I have an idea here, don't I? Tolerance of heretics. I thought I had a missionary strength one. Oh, I don't have enough admin anymore, that's why it's not showing up. Okay, I would have maybe taken that then. Let's do all of these then. Okay. So, is that 5? Was one of them already Catholic that I just took? Yeah, Ingil was. So it's only actually 6, so we're 1 short. That's a pain. There's no way I can get an extra missionary in there now. Okay, engage the enemy. Okay, we've got there. Let's well, siege is up. Okay. Can have a new rival. Colonial border conflict. Sakenvolt's Konrad van Schroeders is blaming the government of Trispadmet Colonias Friedrich Beer and vice versa. How do we solve this without losing face? Lose prestige. Swap liberty desires. It doesn't tell you if that goes away. I imagine it does, but not. Who knows? I think I'll lose the prestige. Seems to be the best option here. Okay. Long event for a pretty simple solution, I guess. Okay, so we should be sieging up. Missionaries getting done. Rebels are nowhere near. I don't need my maintenance on. Let's put that on half. Okay, we've reached the over 100 mark. Not going to stick war taxes on. Probably should be over in a second. Lost the claim on Ironman, which is now part of Danzig. It was Poland when I made it. Okay. Now, I don't have any overextension anymore, do I? No. So this should have sped this up. So we're now due in 1594.